Hi guys, I'm Solaris. Welcome to my channel, Solaris Fairy Astrology and Tarot, where I channel for you all sorts of psychic messages to help you in your love life using astrology, tarot cards, and oracle cards. Today's video is, what are they thinking and feeling about you today? I'm also offering an extended where I'm going to channel for you a deeper look into their thoughts and feelings for you using 5 different oracle decks and layering it with my favorite autumn deck to give even more insight into what they're thinking about you. So if you're curious about that, then definitely check out the extended. So some of you might remember my pink French Barbie village that I featured this spring, Le Fleuriste. Well, today they are all decorated for Halloween, which will kick off this first video in my 8-video Halloween series, ending with the grand finale, my Halloween special, on Halloween night. Today you have 3 piles to choose from, and 3 decorated ghost houses. The first pile is an orange and white glittery house with the Gentle Heart Tarot and a rose quartz aura crystal. Pile 2 is a Summerween surf shack with the Dark Mansion Tarot and a rose quartz crystal. And pile 3 is a French pink and black gingerbread house with the Inner Hue tarot cards and an angel aura crystal. When you have chosen the pile you would like to watch, go to the description box and scroll down to where you see the timestamps. Click on the timestamp that matches your pile, and that will take you to your reading. I'll see you there. Bye! Hi Pile 1, welcome to your video today, the first in 8 videos of my Halloween series. I really wanted to keep it to maybe just like, I don't know, one major Halloween special or a couple of videos right before Halloween, but then when I went shopping for Halloween stuff, I found way too much cute stuff. So now you have 8 videos, so congratulations. Anyway, I wanted to kick off this Halloween series where we're talking about and focusing on what are they thinking and feeling about you today, a general broad question that can help all of you watching. So I didn't want to make it too niche. I wanted to be able to do a video where all of you can start to watch. You guys remember my little French pink Barbie village that was featured this spring? Well, they've already started decorating for Halloween, clearly, even though it's the middle of September. So you guys got to visit Le Fleuriste again and see their wicked cute little Halloween decorated houses. I love that you guys picked the orange pink Halloween pumpkin kind of ghost glittery one. You guys haven't been able to see it in the video, but these roofs are all glitter. It's kind of like this beautiful witch's house, gingerbread house kind of motif. Super adorable. I love that you guys picked this one. I'm going to move my little Halloween tea out of frame for you so I have a little bit more space so I can channel for you. You guys have also picked my Gentle Heart Tarot cards. You guys have also picked this beautiful pink titanium rose quartz, which is lovely. So I'm going to put this in frame for you to channel for you. Excellent, like a little street lamp. Alrighty guys, so let's see what's going on here with you and your person. What are they thinking and feeling about you today? I will also have an extended. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to focus on. I will pick decks based on what comes up in your reading to best help you with your person and your individual pile. This first beginning part of the reading is a way for you to verify if this is about your person. So I'm going to do a traditional little relationship spread to start off to see what it looks like between the two of you. What are they thinking and feeling? This is how you're thinking and feeling about them. This is how they're thinking and feeling about you currently. What is going on in the past to bring the two of you to this situation now? What will they be thinking and feeling about you, or what would happen in the next 3 months? And then a card more for a long-term outcome or a farther outcome down the road. All right, so let's see. So for your side here, I get the High Priestess, I get the King of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. So the thing is I get that you see the two of you guys as together, but you may not trust your person, or you might be healing trust issues from other relationships that have interfered with, that have been hurting you, that have hurt you in your love life. You might be trying to heal your beliefs about trusting in love. You might be trying to heal your beliefs in regards to, can you trust this particular person? You might be trying to heal your beliefs of, can I trust this gender in general? When we go through a lot of trauma, or when we go through a lot of challenges with our person, it can bring up a lot for us. So I would say that for you, that you are experiencing some of those nuances right now. With the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess, because I see you guys together, this is the high-powered, wonderful, career-oriented masculine king with the psychic, intuitive, very mysterious, mystical High Priestess. So I would say that you see you guys as together. And it seems like you're looking serenely in front of you while your person might be focusing on their finances, or just maybe even like looking ahead. Maybe your person's gearing towards the future and you're looking in the present moment or focusing on the now. Maybe you're thinking about what's going on in the moment, what's going on right now, and they might be thinking future forward, or they might be distracted. So there is this, but you see the two of you as together. Zodiac signs. For the Divine Feminine, I'm getting especially water signs with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy with High Priestess, but I would even throw a Capricorn in there because Capricorns are also super mystical and very deep. For the King of Pentacles, the Divine Masculine, I am getting a lot of Earth sign energy. So Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo energy, very career oriented. So there is this, but committed, partnership oriented, and having a very strong connection, having a very strong bond. But with the Seven of Swords, I'm getting that there is, again, maybe you're feeling like your person doesn't trust you. Maybe you're having a hard time trusting them. Maybe you're having a hard time, again, trusting love, or trusting that gender, or trusting that, you know, there may be some insecurities, worries, or doubts. So I get that with the Seven of Swords here. Let's see. For some of you, your person might have betrayed you and you're aware of this already. If that's the case, you guys might be trying to rebuild the bond or rebuild the trust, or you might be scared, what if they do it again? Or you might be scared about thinking or trying to use your wisdom and discernment in love so you can have a partner or a person that you can trust. That kind of energy. It could also be, and I would say for some of you out there, it could be reversed. Maybe you've been the one that has done something where your person may not trust you now, or your person might be someone who has a lot of trust issues when it comes to love or commitment. Maybe your person is feeling like they're worried that they're not trustworthy or you're not trustworthy. Maybe you're both having a hard time trusting your own wisdom and discernment and judgment. So those are some themes you guys might be dealing with if this is your pile and if it resonates with you. For your person, all of your cards are upright, but your person's cards are all in reverse, and I will take reversals. So I get the Chariot in reverse. So I feel like your person right now might be looking at it like they can't progress things forward with you, even if they would want to. So they might feel like there's no way forward, or they don't know how to feel like they can move past some of these blocks or obstacles, or they might just be feeling very frustrated right now, very trapped. They might be feeling very weighed down. Cancer energy is strong. Sagittarius energy is strong. I'm getting Eight of Swords, but I also feel like they might be feeling a little more of like they're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here. I get the Eight of Swords in reverse, where when you see this in reverse, it's like the swords can fall out now. So it also seems like maybe the restrictions in this connection now are falling away. Maybe there is less restricting you guys, or they're starting to see, or they're wanting to release the restrictions so you guys can move forward. But right now they might be feeling on pause or on a delay. They might be feeling tied up but wanting to free themselves from the restrictions that are binding them up, which could be their own mental thoughts, or it could be physical obstacles. Because I'm getting the Hanged Man as well in reverse. So your person's absolutely trying to free themselves. So you can see with the Eight of Swords, the swords falling out. You can see with the Hanged Man, it's like wanting to dance through life and wanting to kind of skate by, trying to not be stuck, not be in this situation where these are two cards that are both representing feeling trapped, but wanting to be able to get out of this and wanting to be able to walk away from these restrictions. Now, the good news is I don't feel that your person wants to walk away from you. But I do feel that your person might be feeling very frustrated, very trapped, trying to untangle the mess maybe that they've made, or maybe to untangle the mess that is in their life through external circumstances and choices that they've made. So it seems like your person might just also be feeling like, wow, I'm just getting a bad hand in life right now. I just have so many burdens and responsibilities. This is just so tough and difficult. So your person's really trying to focus on working through this. In the past, you guys love each other so much though. You may have been thinking about, do you guys have a traditional commitment? And you guys might not have had a traditional commitment. I get the 9 of Diamonds, which can be, with the 9 of Pentacles, a feeling of somebody being single or somebody not having a commitment. It can also represent a lot of like abundance in this connection. It's a fairly positive card, but it's necessarily not one representing togetherness. But then there's the togetherness. There's the togetherness with the Lovers, so that's beautiful. Again, Gemini energy can come forward here. So there is this. So I love this energy with the Lovers card, and it is upright. I do feel like that there's a lot of mutual romantic love, a lot of mutual romantic feelings. But then I'm also getting the Hierophant in reverse as well. So like you guys are not in a traditional commitment or foundation. Well, you guys might not be in a traditional commitment or a marriage, or you guys might not have the structures in your connection. You might feel like the two of you guys are very, very much together, but it seems like they might feel restricted from being in this commitment with you, or they might feel restricted by life. So with the Hierophant in reverse and the card of being single but having a lot of love, you guys could very much be in a situationship. You guys could very much be in a situation where you love each other a lot but no commitment. Taurus energy. Okay. And then in the future, so this is kind of like where we are at now to see if this is your pile. This should be enough information to see, you know, what this feels like my person and I, or enough information for you to maybe pick another pile. I get the 5 of Swords, and I get the Page of Pentacles, and I get the 6 of Wands. Okay, so in the future, you guys might still keep your own autonomy and your own independence, but I do feel that you're going to be putting in some effort and energy into this connection. Maybe not a ton, but definitely a little bit. You'll be participating for sure, and you might even be trying to extend olive branches, or you might be trying to give little bits, or you might be trying to, like, you know, extend acts of goodwill, that kind of thing. So with the 5 of Swords, still feeling like your person might be still not completely free. Your person might actually have to walk away from another situation in their life to be with you. But I feel like that with the 5 of Swords, that, yeah, there's still some independence here. There's still some focusing on themselves. You're still giving some love. You also do represent and show up with some earth sign energy now, with some Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy with the Page of Pentacles. So you do still want to show up. You do still want to give little bits of love. And then I get, so there's still effort from you. And then I get 6 of Wands, which is the Hero card, which is a Leo card, which is a beautiful card. So I would say that this is a good energy in regards to maybe your little act of generosity or participation or effort in this connection pays off very well with the 6 of Wands, which is a Hero. This is also the Victory and the Success card. It might be, again, that you guys still don't have a traditional commitment, but you guys still have a lot of love, and you still feel like your souls are very connected, very bonded, even if you guys don't have a formalized commitment. And I get the Queen of Wands in the future. So you are such a baddie. You are somebody that is such a hottie. You are somebody that is a Queen of Fire. So I love this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, really reclaiming your confidence, claiming your throne, especially for you as you are really kind of rising up in this connection. I feel like you are very strongly represented by beautiful energies with the Page, with the Princess, the High Priestess, the Queen. So this is very beautiful. And I do feel like that your person sees you and does view you as their queen. So that is beautiful. I love the passion that you show up with the Queen of Fire. So that is strong. Again, Leo energy is strong. So I love it. It seems like regardless of whatever happens, you feel confident and you feel beautiful and sexy. All right, so now we are going to see. I'm going to kick off this Halloween series with a Let's Fall in Love Oracle. I absolutely love this Oracle deck because it combines fall, it combines Halloween. I just always try to keep my deck seasonal, so I try not to pull out decks that are like using this in the springtime, for instance, or using my holiday winter decks, you know, in the summer or whatever. I always try to theme it, which is fun, gives a little something playful to go with it. But I love the Let's Fall in Love deck. This is very cool. All right, so I'm going to pull 8 cards to see how is your person, thinking and feeling about you. Actually, we have space. I'm going to do 10. All right. All right, I'm afraid to let you see the real me. Your person is feeling insecure and worried to be vulnerable, transparent, and authentic. Your person is definitely caught up in their own mind and their own traps. I mean, with that Eight of Swords in reverse, they're trying to get out of it, but it has posed to be quite a challenge. That Hanged Man in reverse, they are trying to get out of it, and I feel like they've made some progress in extricating themselves from the limits that they put on themselves. I feel like they restrict themselves, actually, and so I feel like they've been making some progress, but there's probably still a lot more work to do. Hiding from each other. Yes. Okay. And you guys, you know, and it's so interesting because on your side, I don't see that you are the one. Well, actually, that's not true. I do actually see on your side that you're also hiding, because High Priestess is a mysterious card. That is a card of maybe not always revealing all of your cards, or, you know, keeping your plans to yourself. Hiding from each other. Maybe you guys are trying to play it cool or be coy. If you guys are in a connection where you have love but no commitment, then you guys might be playing games just due to insecurity, or due to not being sure if your person really, really wants this or is really there for you. You guys also might be secretly spying on each other's social media, to be honest. But with this hiding from each other, look, it's like you guys are both these little pumpkin heads. So it's kind of like you guys are trying to not be seen. And with, I'm afraid to let you see the real me, and then you can see that's like he's wearing a disguise, but look at how you both look the same. You're both mirroring each other. You also might be afraid to let your person see the real you. So I would say that you guys both might be mirroring each other in that, and you guys both might not be like super forthcoming and super honest and open and direct. I can't offer much, but I want to give you all I can. So I do feel like your person does want to put some effort into the connection. Even if there's no formal commitment, I do feel like your person does want to still keep participating in it, keep giving to you. I do feel like they want to keep adding to this connection. So there is that. I feel like they want to keep putting effort in. My home is wherever you are. So I feel like your person definitely, and this is so beautiful that the home card comes out with the pile featuring the different homes and houses decorated for Halloween. Maybe you guys will spend Halloween together in each other's homes. This is very beautiful. And look, you can even see that the house looks literally like this house. So it's a white house here with the little slanty roof, and it's triangle shaped. Like, it's very similar to the house you picked. So that's very interesting, actually. So yeah, my home is wherever you are. Very, very cool. And then I get, you're always on my mind. Okay, so your person is always thinking about you. They always have feelings for you. They are definitely, and again, I mean, with that Eight of Swords, even though it's in reverse, there's probably a lot of ruminating that your person is doing. They're probably thinking about you over and over. It's like this rehashing. So there is this. Then I get, your sex appeal draws me in. Yes. Okay, sexy, sexy, you Queen of Wands. You definitely are like a fire for your person. They are a moth to the flame. They are being drawn in by your sex appeal and by your gorgeousness. Absolutely. And I see myself in you. Yes, exactly. Because literally you guys are very similar. Your person is probably just very aware, even if they don't always feel comfortable sharing the real truth and being super authentic and being super open and vulnerable. It seems like your person definitely sees how you guys are the same, and they see a lot of your similarities. So they see themselves in you. Racing into you. Okay, so your person might be trying to make plans to see you right now. They might be trying to communicate with you even, or send you messages. So that's lovely. So I love it. Then I get, I can feel you waiting for me. Yeah, okay, so they're racing into you because they know that you're waiting for them. They know that you would like to, you know, really connect with them. So absolutely. Your person is racing into you, and they know that you're waiting for them. Or maybe they know that you're expecting them to come forward, and they better not like mess it up. That Queen of Wands doesn't play around. And the High Priestess has pretty high standards too, because they are guided by wisdom. And then I see forever in your eyes. So your person definitely has like a forever love with you. They see forever with you. They feel like, even though you don't have a traditional commitment, I do feel like that they see that you guys could continue, or they could move forward with you, or they could progress with you, or move on with you, and keep going with you. So I do feel like maybe you guys don't have a commitment yet, but it doesn't mean that you guys would never have one, because they definitely see a future, even if they don't have traditional commitment. All right, now I'm going to pull some cards from a beautiful Halloween deck from Sony Graves. This is awesome, actually. I love her Halloween deck. So I'm going to pull 5 cards to see what are they thinking and feeling about you today. All right. So I get the 3 of Swords. I'm actually going to keep it in that position. And I get the 5 of Wands. So they're facing you. So they're upright for you. 5 of Wands, 3 of Swords. Your person might be feeling conflicted. Yep, this is upright for you as well. I am getting I want to say this is the 8 of Cups. How many cups do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Yes, we have the 9 of Cups. Your person feels a mixture of feelings. I'm actually going to take all of these. All right. I get the Fool. I get the Magician. I get the 5 of Pentacles. And 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so you guys actually have all of your cards upright. I'm just going to rearrange them. No particular order. All right, but I would say your person is actually maybe grieving. They might be healing their heart right now. I do get the 3 of Swords, so your person is definitely feeling a lot when it comes to you. I would say that, you know, this 7 of Swords that came up on your side and all of their cards in reverse, like, you guys have a complicated dynamic. You guys definitely have, I feel you guys have a history, and probably a complicated history. There have definitely been maybe some betrayals of the other. Maybe there have just been 7 of Swords can also just feel like you just don't feel comfortable being open and honest with your person. It can be a card where you hide your feelings from your person, or you hide your romantic feelings from your person, or your emotions from your person. So I feel like that there's been a lot that has gone on between the two of you. I don't feel like this is a new connection. With the 3 of Swords, I feel like that your person also might be feeling wounded by either words you have said in the past, or maybe they feel like they feel guilty for maybe things that they have said in the past. Because with this crow up here, which is like a crow or a raven, but usually crows are about messages and giving messages and communication. So there might be some sadness in regards to like words that your person has said to you, or guilt that your person has said, or maybe they felt hurt by things you have said. So there's maybe some like guilty feelings, there's maybe some sadness. With this 5 of Wands, is it a 5 or is it 6? No, it's a 6, sorry. I thought this was a 5, but actually this little kitty riding the wand at the top makes 6. So there's 5 down here and then the 6 up here. So this is a 6 of Wands, which is great because we got that actually in the spread for the future. So not only are they starting to feel the beginning of this now, but it's going to continue on over the next 3 months. So this is great. So this definitely is coming from them. It's coming from their side, this victory, this success, this hero card. So your person does want to be your hero. They do want to, and it's like you can see this little cat like flying on this witch's broom and kind of feeling like your person wants to kind of swoop in. So wants to fly in, swoop in, be this hero for you, come racing in, you know, the I am racing into you card. So your person wants to race in or swoop in like a hero with the 9 of Cups, because that's what's going to make them feel really happy. Okay, so these cards actually might have a reason why they're paired together in this way. So feeling sad or guilty about communication from either you or them. But racing in like a hero, okay, so they're feeling guilty about words that they've said that have maybe broken the trust between the two of you, or that have hurt this connection or damaged the bond or damaged the trust. And maybe they feel guilty about that, about stuff that that's been said. Because with them coming in like a hero, then that makes them feel good about themselves. So there's something that's going on in your person in regards to you right now about them feeling bad about things and low self-esteem versus how do they feel like a good person, or how do they be a hero, or how do they be the person that they want to be, that kind of thing. So yeah, I get the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. So being a hero is going to make them feel very happy. I feel like they have to because of the restrictions in their life, they feel like they have to keep themselves small, which doesn't feel true to them or authentic, and they hate it, and they wish they could just be themselves. So your person is really wanting to feel happy. They're wanting to be a hero. They're wanting to be the natural hero that they naturally are when they're not restricted and when they're not feeling guilty or feeling sad or hurt. With the Four of Pentacles, it connects to the Fool. So your person also is dealing with themes of wanting to jive in right away with you, wanting to race in, wanting to come forward for you. The Fool is that racing into you card. That Six of Wands with that witch's cat and the broom, that's a racing into you card. So they have this energy where they want to race in, but then they also have this energy where they are closed up and holding back. They're afraid to let you see the real them. The Four of Pentacles is a card of sometimes like holding everything in, and again, hiding from each other or being closed off. So this type of energy and wanting to just race in and be this fool and wanting to just kind of like, I feel like they want to throw caution to the wind sometimes. They want to just race in and just be uninhibited and free-spirited. I feel like they want to be reckless, but I also feel like reckless with abandonment with you, like doing things that are, you know, a little bit dangerous for them or something, like a little risky for them. So I feel like they want to do this. Interesting how the cat is like arched and the pumpkin is miserable underneath. I feel like they might be closed up too, because if they did something where you yelled at them with this cat lashing out, being like, rawr, you know, this pumpkin is a little bit like threatened or a little bit terrified or a little bit startled by like the angry cat, especially if you are a queen of fire and you're trying to be a high priestess now, and maybe you guys did have a fight, maybe you guys are back like in your own corners separately, kind of cooling down and hiding from each other, and your person feeling like, oh, pile 1 said stuff I didn't like to hear, and you know, now you guys are maybe trying to make nice or give an olive branch in the future or that kind of thing. And then I get this Five of Pentacles, because basically feeling rejected or abandoned by you makes them feel like they're out in the cold, out in the rain. I feel like they're trying to protect themselves, but there's a lot of emotion in this card. There's a skeleton sitting on a moon with an umbrella, trying to protect the skeleton from getting wet, but technically the umbrella is not big enough to cover the whole skeleton, so the skeleton's getting wet anyway. And these pentacles are in these storm clouds. So whatever storm was going on between the two of you guys, and maybe that's why your person's trying to get out of this restriction. Maybe they're in the doghouse, or maybe they feel like they are being bad or punished or something. So there is this. So they also might be closed up so they don't get lashed out at. That's maybe they're being overly self-protective, even if there's like no need for it. They might be sensitive to criticism or sensitive to rejection or abandonment. So yeah, so this Five of Pentacles are all in this storm cloud up here. We have this like skeleton down here that is not getting protected by this umbrella. So it's kind of like this fear and abandonment, this sadness is raining down on your person. Your person's crying, your person's sad. And then it seems like the moon is, again, a lot of emotions. Rain is a lot of emotions, trying to protect themselves from feeling their feelings, from feeling a lot of emotions, but they're having a tough time with it. And also you can see they're very ungrounded. But usually Pentacles cards are grounded. Even this Four of Pentacles, this pumpkin's on the ground, and the cat's on the pumpkin being supported. Here, the moon is precarious. It's like not resting on anything. The skeleton's not resting on anything. The skeleton could fall. They could get hurt. So I would say that your person is probably feeling a little fearful of getting hurt. So there is this. And then I get the Magician, trying to manifest better things. Yeah, so this Magician is trying to manifest better things. So where this skeleton is sad and being rained on the moon, your person is trying to be that hero, is trying to be that magical manifestor energy, again, Gemini energy, trying to be creative, trying to come up with solutions, trying to use their power, trying to manifest a better outcome than this Five of Pentacles rainy, stormy day, and trying to make things better between the two of you. So with this Magician, it's like, here's your person feeling in bad way, and then here's the same skeleton feeling very empowered, being able to use what's in front of them to make things better, to make magic happen. So that is beautiful. So, and you can even see like the wands, or you can see that like what they're holding. These wands are actually shooting out fire. It's being very victorious. I can see Saturn on this card. I can see the star constellation that looks like a ladle. I don't know. I think it's probably like one of the dippers. I don't know. But constellations, and I like Saturn. Saturn I can recognize. That's cool. There are two bats flying together over this moon in the distance, over this tree with some stars. So it does seem like that, yeah, your person, and interesting how there's a full moon here and a crescent moon. So like if you guys fought or had sad times during a crescent moon, by the time the full moon comes, maybe there's an opportunity for a repair. So maybe you guys can repair some things. So there is that. I like the tree of life here, or at least it looks to me like it could be a tree of life. Saturn represents responsibility, but also making dreams a reality, making concrete plans, so making magic happen in a concrete way. So that's cool. So I like all this energy for you guys. I'm going to end this reading now with some feeling cards. And I'm going to do something new. All right, so I have Ocean of Emotion cards, and I'm going to have this be interactive for you guys. I'm going to layer them, and you guys can pick what emotions they are feeling for you right now at this time. I'm going to make 3 piles. So I'm going to do 2 emotions per pile, and I'm going to do some mixed emotions cards. This is a very cool deck. It was given to me by the Cancer Center that I work for. I give psychic astrology readings at a cancer center to help people going through tough times. So that's very cool. And they gave me this mixed emotion deck, which is so cool. So I picked 2 mixed emotion cards for each pile and 2 Ocean of Emotion cards for each pile to see what their feelings are for you today. And feel free to pick pile 1, 2, and or 3 for your final message for this part. And then we're going to go to the extended and cover what we're going to talk about today in the extended. So the first pile is going to be represented by this beautiful green obsidian. The second pile is going to be represented by this big, beautiful amethyst. The third pile is going to be represented by this big, beautiful quartz. All right, so again, feel free to pick pile 1, 2, and or 3 to see what feelings your person is feeling for you today. And you can pick multiple piles if you want to, and you can pause the video for more time, and you can unpause the video whenever you're ready. Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys so much. Before I go to your final message, I'm going to give you guys a really quick thank you. So thank you for your likes, comments, shares, sharing this video on social media, and telling your friends, spreading the word. That really helps me, and it helps me grow the channel. So thank you. Thank you guys also for watching my ads for 30 seconds while they play on silent in the background while you do something else. And then you can press skip and come back to the video. That also helps benefit me as well. And thank you guys so much for your donations. You guys have been sending in tips as thank yous for these readings to my Venmo, PayPal, and Super Thanks button. If you guys have not subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates on all new videos. Welcome to the channel. And if you guys would like a private reading from me, my website is fairyastrology.com. The information is in the description box, and I can channel for you based on your connection with your person over the phone, WhatsApp, Zoom, FaceTime, or Skype, and I can answer any question that you have about your love life. All right, so back to your final message. For you guys who have picked this green obsidian, your person is feeling healthy, loyalty, creative, and unfulfilled. Okay, so number 1, I feel like your person wants more connection with you. With the unfulfilled card, I feel like that they wish that they had more time with you, more connection. I feel like the restrictions have been making them feel empty. If for whatever reason you guys are in a no or low contact right now, they are not happy with it, it seems like your person would really like for you guys to connect more. And it says unsatisfied, incomplete, and purposeless. Your person also might be needing to have more stimulation in their life in a creative way, or in their life purpose, or they might be also trying to figure out how can they make you happy, how can they please you, how can they kind of find their direction in life that can also be compatible with you guys as a couple or you guys together. So your person might be floundering or wandering or trying to figure out the direction in their life. They might be kind of meandering along and trying to figure this out. But I love the creative card. I feel like this card is great. I feel like that they feel creativity with you. I feel like they feel a spark with you. I feel like that they know that with you, they can maybe either come up with a creative solution to some of these issues, or you guys do creative projects together. Maybe your creativity inspires your person. So there is that. It says imagined, inventive, and expressive. So your person might be trying to figure out how can they fulfill their life purpose in their life if they've just been going along on autopilot and they haven't been checking into what makes them happy, what are their goals, what is their life purpose, and how can they have that in this connection with you. But with this creativity, I feel like that can maybe even be an answer to their problems. You guys also might be able to find a creative solution together to some of these struggles. I love healthy. It says, I'm becoming my best self. For some of you, your person might be healing. They might be healing emotionally. They might be healing physically. Or they might just be trying to become the best version of themselves in this connection. And I love loyalty. It says forever yours, which very much is in harmony to where you guys got the card that says that this is a forever connection. So that is beautiful. So I do feel like there is loyalty here. Your person feels connected. I like the dog and the person close together because that represents a lot of friendship as well. And that's a good connection here. All right. That's especially pertains to people who are trying to heal the trust in a connection. All right, for those of you who have picked this beautiful amethyst, your person's emotions for you today are distracted. I can't get my mind off you. Courage. I think I can fix this. Your person is starting to feel brave, especially if you guys do need to fix this, or if you guys do need a repair, or if they need to make a change in their life that's better supportive of this connection. So your person has maybe been ruminating about being able to really fix this connection, and they feel like they can't stop, like rest their mind until they find a solution. So there is this. And then I get discouraged. Okay, so courage and discouraged. All right. So your person might go back and forth between feeling like confident, I can fix this, I'm brave, I can fix this, I can do what's necessary, to discouraged, where they're like, oh no, maybe we can't, or oh, this is hopeless, or oh, I don't know about that. And literally it's paired with the card inadequate. Yes, so your person is feeling sometimes, or even today, worthless, incompetent, and ill-equipped. Yeah. So there is that. So your person's feeling courageous to fix it, but then when they go back to the other side, they have self-doubts, they feel discouraged, and then they feel inadequate, or that maybe they feel like they just don't have what it takes. And it's interesting how earlier we got the card saying racing into you, and now it's like we have this car that is literally trying to like tow all of this baggage up this mountain. And this little car looks like they're not sure if they have a big enough engine to do it. So your person might also feel like this might be bigger than them. They don't know how they're going to pull this off, or they don't know how they're going to be able to do this. All right. For those of you who have picked this beautiful quartz, your person's emotions for you today are independent. I admire your freedom to be who you truly are. Working. I'm just really busy working. Compassionate and fulfilled. Okay, so your person, you know, they might be a little bit of a workaholic energy, or just very, very getting their meaning from their job. You know, that you saw them as a King of Pentacles. I get that they're working and they feel fulfilled, especially if their job is a compassionate job, if they are in an industry or in a career that is like a humanitarian job that really helps people out. So there is this. So they feel very fulfilled by their job and by their career, and they're very much working. They're feeling good. They're feeling productive. They're getting stuff done. They feel like it connects to you because maybe they're able to like give to you more, or show up like that hero like they want to. So there is this. So they're feeling super busy. I love all of the stars here. That's a card of hope. So that's great. And it says satisfied, self-actualized, and at peace. They also might feel at peace when they're busy working because they know how to handle that situation, but harder to be in a romantic connection. They like when you are independent, focusing on yourself so that they can take care of tasks that need to get done. So there is that. They also might be in a very independent space right now, or they might just be very, you know, distracted with work, or feeling like this is where I'm focusing my energy and attention, not on pile one so much at this very second, but in general, feeling very, you know, connected to them. I like the compassionate card because one, I feel like that could represent the career that they are focused on and passionate about. But also I'm getting that this could be a situation where they feel like you are very compassionate to them. This is very Page of Pentacles, giving lots of love and nurturing and sweetness. This is beautiful, and it says compassionate. It says empathic, caring, and sympathetic. So I feel like they also feel like you are this, but they also might have a lot of compassion for you. They might have compassion for what you're going through. They might see you working on a project that makes you feel very fulfilled, and they see that's why you're so independent, and they're like rooting you on. They're like cheerleading you on. They're like, yes, that's great. They might be feeling like, wow, you're working so hard being in a compassionate career or industry, and they really are proud of you for this, you know, admiring you for that, being who you really truly are in your career. And maybe that's an inspiration for them to become who they truly are. So those are multiple messages for you guys in regards to your person today. Okay, guys, so now in the extended, what we're going to cover today is more of their thoughts and feelings about you. And so I have 5 decks that I'm going to be using to cover in the extended, what are they thinking and feeling about you now. So first we have their mysterious heart. So I'm going to channel for you using this deck. I'm going to pull these 2 cards aside. I'm going to also pull using the Late Night Thoughts deck. I'm going to use the Hermit Tarot deck. Messages from Divine Masculine. 2 cards came out here. And Chocolate Candy Kisses, Sugar Rush of Love. Now, in regards to these decks, the cards that came up as an example of some of the messages of what your person is thinking and feeling about you today, as well as we're going to go deeper into these decks as well and pull more messages. They feel like you would like a lot of attention on your social media right now, especially if maybe you are posting things on purpose to get their attention. I get player and public eye. It seems like they feel like you are trying to be in the public eye to maybe elicit a response from them. They also might be a little bit afraid if they are not sure if you're serious about them, or since you guys most likely don't have a commitment, that maybe they're thinking you're trying to attract other people, like a player would attract a lot of people. Maybe they think that you're trying to attract a lot of people. So they might be thinking this. That also might be their own insecurity. They might be having their own trust issues. So they might be wrestling with trust issues there. I get, let me spoil you. Your person is trying to be a hero. And I feel like for whatever you might be doing on your social media, I want to say it's working. Do you even see me that way? They, again, might feel inadequate or compare themselves to you in a way that they're not sure if they can live up to your awesomeness. They also might not be sure if you're interested in them. If they feel like the player card might just represent thinking that you're like open and dating and single and you're available to meet people, they might think, oh, well, I don't know, does pile 1 really see me in a serious way? You are sexually alluring to me and I yearn for your touch, and wallowing in despair and keeping myself stuck. So there is this. So you guys are definitely very hot, definitely attracting them, definitely showing your person definitely some sexiness. But I also feel like they feel very, very depressed that they are, and that might be that 3 of Swords where they're grieving, feeling very restricted and trying to get out of that. So they might also be wallowing in despair and keeping themselves stuck. And third party situation. There might be a special message for you guys in third parties. All right, guys, that is what I have for you. We're going to go into those messages and more in the extended. So if you guys are going to join me there, that is awesome. Feel free to scroll down. You guys are the orange and white house and pile 1. And you guys can go to the description box, scroll down and click on that link. I will see you guys there. If you guys are not joining me, no worries. I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys check out all 8 of my Halloween series videos. And I will see you again in another video in the comments, in a private reading, or in any of my archives, or in my future Halloween videos. See you later. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading today, where this is the first video in an 8-video Halloween series. I was only going to do the Halloween special like I normally do, or maybe like a few Halloween themed videos leading up to it. But honestly, I went to the stores and I found everything was so cute that I just kept buying stuff. And And because it was just too cute to pass up. Like, look at your little Halloween house that you picked, this cute little Summerween, so adorable. So I was like, everything is so cute, I absolutely have to get everything. And so now we have 8 videos. Anyways, enjoy. I wanted to make this video be a general video where it was gonna focus on a topic that everybody could relate to or connect to or watch based on what you're going through with your person. So this video is, what are they thinking and feeling about you? Super easy, simple, but we're gonna make it super deep in this video as well as in the extended. So it's very cool. Pile 1 was like hardcore awesome. So I'm glad you guys are watching this. You guys have, again, picked your super cute house. Obviously, if you guys have watched my pink French Barbie video in the springtime, Le Fleuriste, you've seen a little bit of the residential neighborhood where now they're starting to decorate for Halloween. You guys have picked this really cute house, and I like it lights up. So anyway, maybe you light them all up. The other one did not light up. You are still lighting their fire. You guys have also picked my very favorite beautiful rose quartz crystal, which I absolutely love. I'm going to put it in frame for you also so you can see it. And I'm going to channel for you today using the Dark Mansion Tarot. Very spooky. Okay, so we're gonna look to see, with a traditional relationship spread, what is your person thinking and feeling about you right now? And where is this going? A little bit of that. All right, so this is a good way to verify if this is your pile. Because we have a little limited about a space, I'm going to be a little creative with this spread. These 3 cards will represent how you are thinking and feeling about your person. We have 3 cards, 1, 2, 3 for their side, how they are thinking and feeling about you right now. Also, these cards are a little bit bigger than the average deck. So there's a little less space on the table, especially for these big cards. All right, in the past, these 3 cards are going to represent what has happened between the 2 of you. These 3 cards will talk about what will come up in the next 3 months or in the near future. And then this card will be more of like what would come up beyond 3 months' time or a little bit down the road. All right, so let's see. This also shows zodiac signs as well to confirm or verify if this is your pile. You don't have to be these signs, but you could. So let's see. I get the Knight of Wands, which is a Sagittarius energy very strongly, as well as Aries or a Leo energy, but especially Sag. I'm getting that in reverse though. I get 5 of Swords and I get 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you feel like your person hasn't like abandoned you. I don't feel like they've rejected you. You don't feel abandoned or rejected by them, but you definitely don't feel close to them. They might not be in your life that much, but you guys, I feel like, haven't like broken up. This might be a connection that hasn't gotten together yet. This might be a secret admirer connection. This might be a connection where your person is away traveling. This could be a situation where you guys are just not talking or don't have any contact. It seems like there's a lot of estrangement between you and this person, but I don't feel it was a breakup. So you guys might not really be heavily in each other's lives, but probably you guys do not have a relationship that has ended though. So 5 of Pentacles in reverse shows that it wasn't like a breakup, it wasn't an abandonment or a rejection, but definitely they're not around. So there's definitely kind of like that situation. Because I get the 5 of Swords, where it's like, you're like, I can only focus on myself. My person's not around, all I can do is focus on me. All I can do is focus on myself. Or maybe you feel like your person has been focusing on themselves way too much and not really giving you enough time, attention, or energy, or enough of this connection. And then the Knight of Wands, but it's in reverse. So normally it would look like this, but with it in reverse, it's kind of almost like you feel like your person's an idiot. Maybe you feel like your person has been like traveling or wandering away, but backwards and upside down almost. Like, it's almost like your person feels a little incompetent, like they can't really do much that's right. Or maybe you feel like your person has been acting foolishly lately. Maybe your person has been traveling and maybe you guys haven't been talking while your person has been traveling. Maybe you feel like your person has not been rushing into you. A lot of you guys watching this pile are that you guys are probably not talking, you're not in much communication, or you're not dating, or you're not together. If that's not your situation, then you may want to pick pile 1, or you might want to pick pile 3, which I have not filmed yet. I have filmed pile 1. So you're kind of, and that's kind of only from your perspective. this is kind of how you're feeling like things are going. You're kind of like, I'm only over here by myself. My person's not even here. Is kind of how I'm vibing with you. But your person is feeling, while there are struggles, your person is still having hope for you guys. So I get the star, and I get the star upright. This is an Aquarius or an Aries energy. It seems like your person is hopeful about the connection. Your person feels like there could be success here, or that there could be victory. So I do like this, and I like there is like a sense of peace or peacefulness that your person is feeling right now in this. So that is wonderful. But I'm getting 3 of Swords in reverse and 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So they're very aware that you guys are not building a future together. I feel like there's not a lot of united energy in this pile between you and your person. So with this 3 of Pentacles in reverse, if it was upright, you guys would be collaborating together, working together. Maybe you guys would be working on projects together. Maybe you guys would be both participating in a connection or in a relationship. There could be even some form of progress, forward movement, or togetherness, or even commitment, or this beginning stages of it. But with it in reverse, it seems like you guys are not really acting as a team. You guys are not really collaborating or working together. And maybe your person is just not with you right now. I feel like you guys are not dating each other. I get the 3 of Swords in reverse, but I get that your person's not like grieving or heartbroken or anything right now. Again, I don't feel there was a breakup. I don't feel like they rejected you. I don't feel like you guys told each other, don't talk to me anymore. I feel like there wasn't like that, like grieving. I get with the 3 of Swords as well that it's kind of like usually the 3 of Swords in reverse is that the swords fall out of the heart. But in this particular way, with it in reverse, the swords are still in there. And not only are they in there, but they're in there more. They're in there harder. So I would even say that like with you and your person, that your person might have deep-rooted pain that has nothing to do with you, or that is like so deeply in them that it's almost like they don't know how to get themselves up out of, it may not be a grief, it might be just like a depression. They might just be very depressed. They might just be very stubborn, or really, really holding on to like a deep sense of low self-esteem or that kind of thing. So this might be that your person has a lot of emotional baggage, childhood wounds, or past relationship baggage. There is a locket of hair though, or there is hair stuck in this locket. So I would say that maybe there is some kind of romantic relationship or even maternal figure that has wounded your person and that has stuck with your person a lot. And it seems like maybe that is what is affecting this connection, or maybe why they don't come forward to you or haven't so far, or aren't at the moment. So there is this. In the past, I get the 10 of Swords in reverse, and then I get the 7 of Pentacles, and I get the 5 of Wands. Okay, so in the past, again, you guys didn't break up. You guys didn't have an ending. It wasn't over. Maybe you guys had a situationship that never ended. Maybe you guys fizzled out. Maybe it was a ghosting, but it wasn't like a conversation where you guys ended it. But it seems like that there was like a non-ending. But again, like how much grief this like skeleton has right now is like a lot of it. Also, the full moon shows up, so maybe stuff happened on the full moon. But I like the 7 of Pentacles. Maybe you were the patient one and you were just waiting to see if these seeds would grow into something. Maybe your person was like, I can't come forward now because there's not an ending in my life. Maybe they needed to leave a relationship or a job or a country or a city for you, but then we're like, oh, well, when I end it, then I can come forward, or I can in the future, or, you know, maybe one day I can, but not yet, or I have to wait till that's over to pursue pile 2, or maybe there was a situation where they were like, maybe in the future, or maybe if I'm patient, or, you know, you were thinking maybe down the road they would, or maybe if I'm patient they would, that kind of thing. So it seems like there was some patience and there was some trying to build and trying to see if something could grow. Maybe there was a connection that you guys were interested in each other and you were trying to see like, could this develop into something? Could this build in some way? And then I get the 5 of Wands. Maybe there was a power struggle. Maybe there was an argument. Maybe there was clashing or butting heads. Maybe there was a situation that was difficult. There might have been an argument, or it might have been too many conflicts. Maybe external conflicts that were hard. So there was that. All right, so that's kind of enough information to give you guys a general idea if this is your pile. I'm going to continue along with these pieces of information in mind as I keep channeling for you. If this is not your situation, maybe pick another pile or another video, and there may still be messages in here for you if you would like to stay tuned. So feel free to make any choice that resonates with you. All right, but now in the future, there is some stuff. I get the Six of Cups in reverse. I feel like, again, this is the card usually of getting back together, but because it's in reverse, I feel like that's a card of like not getting back together with you, which is, I feel, because you guys were not together ever in the first place. So I feel like it's not about you reuniting with you because you guys were not together. But the Six of Cups does still hold kind of like a soulmate love. But I feel like what I'm intuitively picking up from this card is that there's like a wistfulness, a longing, a pining away, kind of like a yearning for each other. Maybe two people that haven't been able to or couldn't be together or haven't been able to be together yet, but yearning to be together, or feeling that pining energy. So with the Six of Cups in reverse, I feel like in the next 3 months, it's like they might have a hard time coming back in. But then I get the Three of Cups. Then there is a happiness. There is a celebration. There may be a third party element if you are aware of that. It could be a romantic or a platonic third party, but I am getting one masculine with two divine feminines here. So there is this. It could be just friendship. It could be that you guys can be friends. It could be that that's what they try or attempt with you as a friendship. There was like a friendship energy, or there's a friendship energy that might be able to have. Maybe you even start to try to cultivate or deepen or develop more of a friendship vibe if you guys can't be together romantically, or maybe your person still touches base with you platonically or as a friend, or maybe they, still connect with you in some social circles where you still have some events where you go out. So maybe they can't get back together romantically with you, but maybe they are willing to, or they can initiate plans to hang out, but maybe it's more of a casual thing. It also might be that while you guys don't plan, or while they don't initiate an event with you, that you guys can run into each other at an event, or maybe you guys have some shared celebration that you guys are both needing to go to, and that's how you guys reunite. That maybe it's not an invitation from either of you guys, but you guys end up happening to run into each other at the same function. So there could be this. I do get the Sun in reverse. So this did come up in reverse. I get Leo energy here. I'm getting Cancer energy with Six of Cups, Three of Cups energy. So with the Sun in reverse, I'm also getting that this might be difficult in regards to happiness and celebration. So it's interesting where situations that should be happy might be emotionally triggering for you guys. With the Sun in reverse, the Three of Cups should be happy, but the Six of Cups is in reverse. So maybe it's like you run into each other, but because you guys are not back together or not together, it can bring up emotions for you guys. So it seems like this could be a little bit of a tricky energy. Yeah, so it seems like over the next 3 months, there might be some issue going on in this connection that we're gonna have to definitely look a little deeper at to get some clarification, at least from their side, to see like what are they going through. Because it seems like in the future, beyond 3 months' time, they're able to make some choices. The Two of Pentacles is like going back and forth, being a little wishy-washy or indecisive. But beyond 3 months' time, it seems like that they're able to make some choices where they are able to maybe make a decision once and for all, especially if they've been hot and cold with you, if they've been confusing, if they haven't come forward, but you've sensed them being attracted. So there's a lot of confusion energy in this pile. So I would say this is a pile that would be very accurate for people going through a tough situation. But if you're not going through a tough situation with your person, then I would say this might not be your pile, and only take this if it resonates with you. Because I want to say that from what the energy I'm seeing right now here, this could be very triggering. So I want to say that if you're going through this, you already know that you've had a very hard time with your person, and my heart goes out to you for that. It's interesting how you guys picked the house, though. That's almost like summer party, like the party house. So that I find to be very interesting, because these cards are almost like the very opposite of that. So let's see why. So I have Let's Fall in Love Oracle, and I'm going to pull 10 to see why is this so difficult between you and your person. What thoughts and feelings are they having about you today that is keeping them almost like so stuck in despair. Actually, I'll pull 10. So the first card, there's too much space between us. Yes, there is. Like when I saw on your side, you're like, my person's not even around. They're not even close by. So there's definitely too much space between the two of you, and your person is absolutely aware of this. And then I got your back. But even though you guys are not really in each other's lives too much, I do feel like your person, though, they do want to support you. They do want to cheer you on. They do wish the best for you. I feel like they want your happiness. They want good things to happen for you. I feel like that your person feels like even though you guys are not necessarily in each other's lives or geographically close or emotionally close, that your person still feels like a loyalty to you in a way. They still feel a connection with you, and that they still want to like protect you in a way. They want to stand up for you if you ever need it. I feel like that they want to help you if you ever need help. So I feel like there's this. Then I will love you till the end of time. So whatever is going on that is disconnecting you guys right now, whatever is maybe an external obstacle or maybe their own internal feelings obstacles in regards to you guys right now, it seems like that their feelings for you, though, are very, very strong. And when it says that I will love you till the end of time, I feel like that they mean it. I feel like that they have so much passion for you, so much love for you. I feel like they see you guys as like a twin flame, and and I feel like they feel like your souls are together. They see a mirroring. This can look like one big skull from back here, but when you see it close to the camera, it's actually two people looking at each other, kind of like an optical illusion. But I wonder if they think that your connection together could be the end of something painful in their life, or like the end of something which could be painful. Because also see how it also, if you're not looking at this being two separate people gazing at each other, it also, if you're looking at like the big picture of this, like when I look at this big picture, it almost looks like this is like a skeleton in itself, like a skull and crossbones skeleton in itself. So with that, I would say that your person might be afraid that you two being together could be bad or destructive or hurt somebody or hurt something in their life. Like that can be a situation, especially if like, let's say they're dating someone or that kind of thing. All I see is you. And it seems like maybe your person can't be with you right now, but you definitely are in their sights. You are in their focus. You are somebody that they focus on. I would say they fixate on you. And I feel like I feel like whether they're dating somebody else or not, whether there's third parties here, because there could be, honestly, with that 3 of Cups, but whether there are third parties, I feel like your person, though, they see just you in their heart. Yes, emotionally invested in you. So with these cards together, your person might be sad that there is space between you guys, but all I see is you. I will love you till the end of time and emotionally invested in you. So your person is definitely feeling like you guys have a very special connection and a very special bond. I feel like your person is emotionally attached to you in ways that they probably have not expressed to you or communicated, or if they've told you this, it might be confusing if their actions are very, very avoidant, or if their actions are them being like completely away from you. So there is that. But I do feel like they are very emotionally invested. I find comfort in my solitude. Yes, exactly. So there's too much space between us, and I find comfort in my solitude. Your person might be like super introverted. They might be somebody that is like has feelings for you, but loves to be alone, loves to be independent, loves to be single. Maybe they just really like not settling down or committing, or maybe they're like a Gemini who's just never around but likes you. So it seems like they are very emotionally attached. They're very emotionally invested. And I feel like that your well-being is important to them. But I also get that your person is feeling like they are by themselves right now and they like it. So they like being alone and away from you, even though they feel a huge emotional attachment to you. They might be like one of the most avoidant romantic relationships you've ever connected to or thought about being with. Or maybe you guys haven't even expressed feelings for each other, to each other yet. Ignoring the warning signs. So your person definitely is attracted to you, even if they feel like it might not support your lives. Like even if they feel like it could kind of like put a monkey wrench into their plans, or even if they feel like there are red flags here, it's like they don't want to pay attention to the red flags. They just want to feel the feelings. I'm not ready to face you. Okay, so your person also is feeling like a coward. So your person might have a lot of worries and anxieties. They might like being alone. They feel that being alone calms them down, that they're able to regulate their emotions when they're by themselves. So also I feel like your person might be highly avoidant because they're not ready to deal with emotional intensity. Your person is maybe running from this connection. And then I get coming out of hiding. Okay, but I feel like that even if they're not ready to face you, they might sneak their head in. They might look on your social media but not talk to you. They might just like give your story a heart but not say anything. They might come out of hiding. They might be around but not communicating. They might be in the same room as you but not go up to you. This could be secret admirer energy. This could be like just like a lone wolf energy. I will follow wherever you go. But it's so interesting. Your person also might just be conflicted between, should I be very alone and be only focusing on myself, or should I follow pile 2 and really connect here? And if I do connect with them, what does that mean? Now I'm going to go to a Halloween tarot deck by Sony Graves, which is super cute. I absolutely love this. And, ooh, okay, excellent. So we have the 9 of Potions that comes out. And then we have the 2 of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the 2 of Pentacles, but this time upright. This is going to be their thoughts and feelings about you right now. It's interesting how the 2 of Swords goes in reverse later on down the road for your person. But right now it's upright. So right now they are in an indecisive space. They do go back and forth. They might be wishy-washy in some things. I will do all of these, I feel. Even though I know we're going long and I am supposed to go to the extended. That's okay. Then I get in reverse. The first card in reverse from this deck actually is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. And then the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles upright. Again, we got the 7 of Pentacles already as well. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. So this is actually very interesting. Your person is feeling like they really do want to be with you, but they feel like they are still debating what do they want for their future. And they are debating about how can I come forward for pile 2 when I can't be consistent right now. So number 1, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Potions, which is Cups, 9 of Cups. So your person is feeling like you make them feel like an explosiveness of happiness when they are around you. That their wish is like it comes true when you are around. Your person is feeling so committed. So, I mean, your person is feeling, well, maybe. Your person is feeling so committed to you in their heart. I feel like because the Cups is emotion. So they're feeling emotionally committed to you. They're feeling like they want to pour everything into you. You can see the potions are pouring into this cauldron. They're wanting to put everything into you emotionally. But then with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, your person doesn't want to be single. They don't want to not be around. So I feel like you make your person so happy. They feel a burst of love when they are in your presence. Okay, actually these cards go here. But with the Two of Swords in reverse, them going back and forth, needing to make a decision, and the Two of Coins in reverse, and the Two of Coins being able to needing to go back and forth to make a decision, they're needing to make a decision about are they single or are they not single. So your person might value their freedom, they might not want to settle down, and it's not even necessarily like they want to be with somebody else, even though there may be somebody around them. I do feel like your person might be thinking about like, do I even want to be in a relationship? Do I even want to be in a partnership? Do I want to be single? Do I want to settle down ever? Do I just want to live my life for me and just be selfish and focus on myself? So your person is having kind of more of an existential like wondering and thoughts. So your person is needing to make a decision, and you can see with the Two of Swords, the skeleton has two heads. So it's like they have two minds, and I feel like they want both things, or they feel like both things have positives and negatives. So they can see both futures, one being single and then one being in a commitment with you. So they do see both things. It's just right now they haven't even been around at all. I do feel like they are going to either have a new beginning of strength and bravery where they plan or intend or they emotionally would like to tell you this, or that they would like to have some brave courage and action. When I look at this sword that is impaling this pumpkin, that has these little 6 ghosts that fly out of it, I would say that in this particular case, that this is like your person is trying to be determined and resolute, like, I want this no matter what, damn it. You know, kind of like your person is needing to figure out how they can achieve some of their dreams and goals, and do they want to be in a relationship or not? Do they want to be in a connection? They're being very emphatic because they're feeling like they cannot be consistent with you, and they want to have this conversation with you, but they feel like they can't be consistent, or maybe they can't even find time in their schedule or in their life to like even structure or set up a conversation like this. And I think they're like, if I can't even find time to talk to pile 2 about this, how can I ever find the time to be consistent in pile 2's life? Like, if I can't even find time in my life or my day to even prioritize this conversation or to pull off this conversation, then how could I pull off anything else? So there is this. And you know, the spider web is feeling trapped. Even though it's not the 8 of Swords card, the 8 of Pentacles in a spider web is like they're trying to create something. They're trying to create a stability, but it seems like every time they try to create it, that it like falls down around them, or like that it collapses. So they're trying to be creative like this spider, but it seems like it just unravels in this reverse position here. With this 6 of Coins though, with the 7 of Coins, I feel like that's why your person puts this off into the future with you. That's why your person is thinking, well, maybe one day, or maybe later I'll have more time, or I'll be able to do this. So your person is feeling like, well, maybe that's why I can't do it now. Maybe that's why I'm going to have to wait until later. And that's where they go back and forth in their 2 of Pentacles energy, where they're like, maybe later, maybe no, maybe later, maybe now. I don't know. I want this, but I don't know how to make this happen. So that kind of energy. So your person goes back and forth. It feels like this decision seems so precarious for your person. Your person's trying to juggle too many things up in the air. They're juggling like on a unicycle where their balance is precarious. So it's a tricky situation, this. So that's why they're like, maybe later when my life is not so imbalanced, maybe later when my life is not so like precarious, because right now if I try this, I will drop everything and I will fall over and I will fail. So your person thinks maybe later they'll be more like successful with the outcome. And then I get the 6 of Pentacles. So I feel like they still feel like they would like to support you in some way. This is a financial generosity or support. Maybe they feel like instead of being in your life as a romantic partner, maybe they're like, well, maybe I can just be there for pile 2, do some act of service instead of be in a relationship. Maybe they feel like I can just give pile 2 a present instead of like all the quality time and the actual relationship. So I feel like your person fantasizes about that or thinks about that. I do feel like that these plans, that these fantasies are becoming plans and becoming more tangible because they are coins, and it pairs with a coins card. And this coins card is upright as well, which is the 10 of Pentacles. So I do feel like your person does want to invest in you, that they do see that there is a future there, especially with the message cards that we got. And with the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, your person does want to invest in this in a future way. They do want to give support and be there for you, not just now, but ongoing. And they do want to continue with you and all of that. So I do feel like your person does want to like build a future. And interesting how these are bats and an owl. It's like these are animals of flight. So it's like your person wants to not be ungrounded right now. They want to be able to take off from the ground and soar in the direction of their dreams. They want to be able to fly. They want to be free and fly and soar. And that's awesome. And these are both two night birds also. So they want to also do something at night. Maybe see you at night. Okay, so now I'm going to go to your final message before showing you what I'm going to focus on for you in the extended. So I'm going to take Ocean of Emotion to see what are their emotions right now, what are their feelings. And I'm going to take Mixed Emotions, which is a deck that I got from working at the Cancer Center, which is so sweet of them. So I give astrology, psychic, tarot card readings at a Cancer Center here in LA, which is really nice. So it's for free. If you guys have cancer, or if you guys know people that do, we offer free services. Spiritual counseling is one of them. And if you guys want, you guys can hit me up and I will give you guys some resources if you or your loved ones are dealing with cancer. So I'm picking 2 Mixed Emotions and then 2 Ocean of Emotion cards. So the first pile is going to be symbolized by this beautiful moonstone. The second pile is going to be symbolized by this gorgeous amethyst Kuan Yin. And the third pile is going to be symbolized by this blue Caribbean calcite pyramid. Okay, so feel free to pick between piles. Here, I'll stick this up right. Okay. To pick between these three piles for your final message, pile 1, 2, and or 3. You can pick multiple piles if you're drawn to multiple piles. You can pause the video if you need more time to pick your pile or piles, and then unpause the video whenever you're ready. So first of all, I want to give you guys a really quick thank you before we go to your final message. And I just want to thank you guys so much for your likes, for your comments, for your shares, spreading the word and sharing my videos on social media, for watching my ads for 30 seconds while they play on silent in the background while you do something else, and then after 30 seconds pressing skip and coming back to this video, and for all of the donations that you've been making to the channel as thank yous for these readings. You guys have been sending in tips to my PayPal, to my Venmo, and my super thanks button, so you guys have been awesome. So thank you guys to anybody who has done that. If you guys have not subscribed, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell that says all, so you guys get updates of whenever I release all new videos. And hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm also offering private readings at this time at through my website, fairyastrology.com. The link is in the description box. And I'm offering readings in 15-minute intervals over the phone or video call, channeling your connection with astrology, tarot, and oracle cards, so we can focus on your love life and answer any question you have. So feel free to reach out if you need me, and I am here for you. All right, so 1, 2, 3, your pile. If you've picked pile 1, this moonstone, your person's emotions for you today are, all right, we have overwhelmed, lonely, wise, and remorse. So your person is feeling pretty chaotic right now, pretty overwhelmed, maybe stressed, maybe there's a lot going on in their life. They might have a lot of responsibilities and juggling a lot of things, but your person seems pretty much buried with all of the stuff that they are carrying. They seem pretty, precarious. It says that they're feeling pretty swamped right now and burdened. So they might be feeling overwhelmed with their feelings for you, or they might be feeling overwhelmed with their life, which is affecting you guys. I do feel like they are feeling very intense loneliness, where they're feeling overwhelmed by loneliness. I feel like this unfortunate loneliness is a product of their own creation, but I do feel like they are lonely and they miss you. And it even says isolated, alienated, and friendless. So they also might be someplace where they don't really have a lot of friends, or they might not be somebody that is very social or have a lot of friends. I get wise. I've found the wisdom needed to change my perspective. So while they've been alone or feeling lonely, that has actually been a good thing. It's been a catalyst. It's helping them really find wisdom so that they can change their life, so that they don't have to be overwhelmed and lonely and sad. They also feel remorse. Maybe they feel guilty. Maybe they feel bad about something. It seems like they feel remorse, and it says, I know I've messed up and it's killing me. So your person feels bad about something in regards to you. They feel like they messed up. They dropped the ball. Maybe they, did something they shouldn't have, said something they shouldn't have. Maybe they feel like they should have said something or did something that they didn't do. So they're feeling bad about something. For those of you who have picked this purple Kuan Yin, this amethyst Kuan Yin, your person's emotions for you are stressed and grateful and limited and unstable. Okay, so your person is again very chaotic. So your person is feeling very stressed and very unstable and very limited. So, all right, they're feeling grateful that you are in their life. They really like you. They think you are great. They're grateful that you guys met. They're grateful that they know you, and they think you're awesome. They are feeling very stressed out by being very limited. And it seems like this rope that is limiting them, they are also walking a fine line, like on a tight rope. So this is very interesting. So it seems like your person is feeling very unstable emotionally. They're feeling very limited. They're feeling stressed by their limitations. They're feeling like there's nothing I can do about this chaotic situation right now. And sometimes I'm okay and sometimes I'm a complete mess, and it stresses them. And it's like this tea kettle is like ready to boil. So that is like exploding on them. So their emotions are basically like, exploding out of them like a tea kettle that is bursting. So they might have to do something about that. All right, your person who you have picked this beautiful blue Caribbean calcite pyramid, your person's emotions for you today are free, irritated, freedom, again, and illuminate. Your light helped to guide me out of my darkness. So you might have actually, during the time periods where you guys have talked, which might not have been often or frequent or many times, it seems like that you have said words of wisdom to your person or inspiration to your person. Maybe you've shared like an inspirational quote or something, but it seems like that has led your person out of a difficult time, out of a dark time or a stressed time, out of a depressed time. And it seems like you have really been lighting the way and leading them forward, which is good. And then I get freedom. I'm ready to break free, as well as free. And you can see these two cards of freedom. It's like a bird coming out of a cage, bird flying free, breaking the chains. So your person, basically, it seems like you have said something or done something to your person that's helped guide them out of the darkness and helped make them be free. You've really helped liberate them or help them come into the light, help them be free and break their chains. So that is great. They're also very irritated. So it's interesting, and it says annoyed, and it says aggravated and bothered. So they might be irritated or aggravated or bothered. They might be feeling like they were so irritated and aggravated and bothered that they decided to break free from whatever was holding them back. So maybe this was their rock bottom here with this horse. Maybe they were rock bottom because a horse wants to run. A horse wants to be free. A horse wants to race off into the distance. So there is that. So I feel like that your person has maybe broken their chains and broken out of their cage because they were so irritated with their life or with their situation, and that something you told them helped them break free, and that's good. Okay, so in regards to what we're going to cover in the extended, I have Chocolate Candy Kisses, Sugar Rush of Love. I have Late Night Thoughts, what they thought about you late last night. I have Mysterious Heart, more insight into what they're thinking and feeling for you. The Hermit, more of their thoughts in regards to what they're thinking and feeling for you. And Messages from Divine Masculine, more information in regards to what they are thinking and feeling about you, which I am going to take all 5 of these cards and these decks, and I'm going to layer it with Let's Fall in Love Oracle for the extended. So I'm going to put all of these together. Okay, and these messages are very interesting. So your person finds comfort in their solitude because they really want forgiveness and they are feeling guilty. Your person's feeling guilty and they want forgiveness, maybe from you, maybe from a higher power. And because they're feeling guilty, that's probably why they've been running. They feel like they deserve this karma. So they want forgiveness, and they feel like they've messed up. They deserve this karma. They feel like you have a heart of gold and that you have a healing aura. So there is this. And the reason why they feel like they deserve this karma is because they have been imagining you naked, and they feel like they have been childish and immature, and they want to mature from their childish ways and step into their power. So they might have some religious guilt. They might have guilt around sex. They might have guilt around lust. They might want to be forgiven for this. They might distance themselves from you if they're feeling super attracted to you, but they feel like it's a sin or it's wrong, or they have to distance themselves. This might be a forbidden love or a taboo kind of connection. They might feel like they're going to get negative karma for imagining you naked or for the lust in this connection. And that is very interesting. It seems like that's a big reason of why they run and why they distance themselves from you, because they don't want to create negative karma and they do want forgiveness. So there is this. I am going to go into all of these cards in the extended. That is a sampling for you in regards to what your person's thinking and feeling about you right now. So I'm going to pull cards from all of these decks and layer them with Let's Fall in Love Oracle and get more insight into what they're thinking and feeling about you. So if that is interesting for you, I will see you at the extended. Feel free to go back to the description box now. You guys are the Summerween house, the yellow and pink house of ghosts. And I will see you guys at your extended. If you guys are not joining me, no worries. I'll see you guys in another video, in my next Halloween series video, in a comment, in a private reading, or in any of my archives. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading today, which is the first video in an 8-video Halloween series. I was only going to record a few, or maybe just my fun Halloween finale, which my Halloween special I do every year for you guys, but this year there was just way too many cute things out, so I had to buy a lot, and now unfortunately, or fortunately, I have 8 videos. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be really cool. This video is to launch everything. If you saw my Pink Barbie Village Le Fleuriste at the beginning of the year, it kind of reminded me with these beautiful homes that Le Fleuriste is now all decorated for Halloween. You guys have picked this cute pink one. It's so cute. It lights up. I love it so much. So you guys have picked this pink and black house, which I love because it reminds me of France and Paris, how they have like a pink, black, white kind of theme. So I love it. So you guys have picked that. And even though it does not show up in the video, these roofs are so cute. It's kind of like little witches' candy houses, which I love. They're all glittery. So all of these houses are like glittery fun magic. And you guys have also picked the Inner Hue Tarot cards, which is very mystical. And I love this angel aura that you guys have also picked to go with your little house. So I'm going to start off with a relationship spread to see if this is your pile. This is a good way for you guys to verify if it is. I have 3 cards for how you're thinking and feeling about your person currently. 3 cards for how your person is thinking and feeling about you at the moment. 3 cards for the past. What has happened already to bring the 2 of you to this situation that you're in at the moment. 3 cards for the future in the next 3 months. What might happen between the 2 of you? What would they do? And a card for a longer term outcome or a situation down the road. So let's see what's going on. All right, so for you on your side, we have I have the 8 of Cups. And I get the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. And the 3 of Cups in reverse. All right. It seems like you have walked away from this connection because you were not in love anymore, or you were not having fun anymore. Also, your person, they might have communicated to you, or you might be guessing or wondering if your person has walked away or left this connection because they were no longer in love or they were not having fun anymore. So with the Eight of Cups upright, this is a card that talks a lot about leaving a situation where the emotions could be toxic or the emotions could be difficult, or there's a situation of releasing negative emotions to go to a higher space. So there is that. It's usually about walking away from something that doesn't serve you. You guys might have gone through a breakup. You guys might have ended things, or your person might have. The Eight of Cups is about trying to get to higher ground. When I look at this card, it almost looks like a bridge that looks broken with the middle part kind of like fallen out of it. And it looks also like maybe the middle part is covered in water. Maybe it's like a sinking bridge, or maybe the water has risen up too high and it's almost overflowing over the bridge, like flooding the bridge. So you can see where there's like this part here, but it also kind of looks like a stairway to heaven, or it kind of looks like a bridge progressing forward. But again, wanting to get on dry land, wanting to get rid of toxic emotions. You also might be wanting to start again or try again or start over with your person. If with this Ace of Cups in reverse and the Three of Cups, if you feel like, you know what, I'm not having fun, I don't even know if we love each other anymore because of the dynamics in this connection, maybe we need to start fresh. Maybe we need to start over. Maybe we need to continue in a way that's better. With the dragonflies, I always look at dragonflies as magic. So maybe you felt like this connection was magical, but then the magic was drained out, poured out. And then again, the Ace of Cups, you know, I get there's an all-knowing, all-seeing eye, like a third eye. Maybe intuitively you feel like their emotions have poured out for you, or you're wondering, you know, are you intuitively picking it up correctly, or are you just like projecting your fears, your worries? So I'm getting, yeah, Three of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. So it seems like that there was energy here in this connection where maybe you need to let go of the toxic energy or the upset energy to start again, to start new beginnings, to move to higher ground with your person. Or maybe you felt like, you know what, my feelings are not strong enough to continue this connection. Or maybe you felt like I used to love my person, but I don't now. Or you might be worrying that maybe this is them and that they don't feel it for you, and you're scared or you're hurt or you're worried about that. For your person's side, the way they really feel, I get the Wheel of Fortune. They're waiting for an opportunity of luck or chance or destiny to unfold between the two of you. They feel like maybe you're so busy you have your hand in every pie right now, or every pot. It seems like I almost get like a million arms with this girl here. It's almost like they see you as this girl that's like reaching out or connecting to many people. Maybe they feel like you have multiple offers, or like you've been going on dates with multiple people. Maybe they feel like you've been super busy. Maybe they feel like you're jam packing your schedule with like 50 million things and you're too busy for them. But with the Jupiter up here, with that number that looks like a number 4, with the Jupiter up there, they do feel lucky. They feel like there's going to be a lucky intersection between the two of you. Now, this is interesting how it shows the phases and cycles of the moon. So maybe they feel like they have to wait until the moon is right, or they have to wait until the right timing. But it seems like that they're just waiting. Maybe they feel like they're waiting to reach out to you. They want you to reach back. Maybe they feel like, you know, it's interesting how it looks like there's even a blindfold over her face. It seems like they're waiting, they're trusting their intuition, maybe not what they see with their eyes, but they're trusting what they know with their soul, or what they're feeling intuitively about a new opportunity with you, or a new beginning, or they're just waiting, or maybe they just feel so lucky and so grateful that you guys connected. And then I get Two of Pentacles, and then I get the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, so your person, this is good news. Your person feels like, and this is interesting, there's a noose around a moth. It's almost kind of like your person felt like maybe their growth and their change and their transformation could hurt them. Like if they feel like if they told you how they've grown as a person, that maybe it would trap them, or maybe it would be negative on them, or maybe it would be bad in some way, like it would make them do things they don't want to do. Maybe they feel like they could get trapped by their own admission of something. So your person might be still trying to be elusive and evasive. They might be trying to kind of skate away from some responsibility. But what I love with this in reverse, though, is I also feel like this is usually a card of like walking away and abandonment and ruthless energy and selfishness. But with it in reverse, I feel like they're trying not to be those things. They're trying not to be ruthless. They're trying not to abandon. They're trying not to be selfish and just focus on them. They are trying to focus on you, but I feel like they're also trying to focus not just on your needs. They want to try to meet both needs, your needs and their needs. With the Two of Pentacles, it's like the two of you. So they're seeing like both of you, and they're seeing you guys mirror each other. They're seeing you guys being the same. They're seeing that you guys have a lot in common, or that you guys share common qualities. Yeah, so they see you as together, or they see you guys as the same. They see you as mirroring, and they see a lot of similarities between the two of you. I feel like they want to make sure that both of their needs get met. They're trying to shift their priorities for what was good for them to now what's good for the two of you as a couple. That might be the shift that you need to see. If you are the one leaving and pouring out your love, you might be feeling like you're giving up. And you might be feeling like you have to walk away. You might be feeling like you used to love them, you used to have fun with them, but that maybe that time is over, or that time is in the past, and that you need to walk away or leave or give up, and that they're feeling like, actually, we might have a second chance here. In the past, I get the Queen of Swords, I get the Seven of Wands in reverse, and I get the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I can understand why maybe if you resonate with the side of having given up, of pouring out your heart or pouring out your love and trying to move on, I feel like maybe you had to make some pretty difficult choices. With the Queen of Swords, you had to make logical, practical choices with your intellect, with your wisdom, instead of maybe pursuing or following your heart. You might still be feeling like you can't follow your heart right now with pouring out your heart with the Ace of Cups in reverse, and you might be feeling like, and the way you made choices in the past or felt like you had to lead or rule was with your intellect. Maybe you're feeling like you can't follow your heart right now, or that you feel feelings but that you can't honor them, you can't pursue them, and you can't follow them because of situations that have happened. Because yeah, I get the Queen of Swords. You've been empowered, you've been upright, you've been maybe cutting off their head, you've been definitely making some strict choices. Maybe you've been disciplined or strict even with your own self. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, this is that you felt, or maybe they felt, like you guys didn't want to fight with each other. You didn't want resistance. You guys were maybe working together in a way before. Maybe you felt like you guys were in harmony. Usually the Seven of Wands upright represents like the difficulties and the struggles and standing your ground and trying to rise up to a higher, better level. But with this card here, I would say with it in reverse that there was not like a resistance maybe. Maybe you guys wanted to avoid fighting, but that you were still trying to make wise choices with the Queen of Swords. And maybe you resisted fighting by making wise choices. So maybe there was that. But with the Knight in Pentacles in reverse, and I feel like this is maybe where you're really kind of like coming into this, is I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse that you're feeling like your person wasn't able to show up for you. They weren't able to be consistent, that if they were moving the connection forward, that in the past they just stopped. And you felt like maybe they weren't being resistant or pushing back against you, but that maybe they weren't moving forward either. That maybe it got stagnant or stale, or it kind of got boring, or maybe you felt like they just weren't continuing with you, or they weren't focusing on it with you. Maybe you felt like they got distracted. There's a bear here that's drinking. It looks like they're drinking from like a pool, even though the Knight of Pentacles is an earth sign. So like if it was upright, it would look like this. So almost like they're drinking from like an oasis or something, right? So it's almost kind of like with that in reverse, feeling like there was no sanctuary, there was no like oasis for you guys. And interesting how it represents like a big bear with a little bear. Maybe it's like them and you. Maybe there is this. Or maybe you were just like waiting for them to move forward and they just weren't reliable or there for you. Maybe they didn't show up. I get a big mountain in the background. Maybe there was like a mountain and maybe they didn't even try to like climb it or overcome it. Maybe they just stood still and they didn't do much. So I feel like maybe there was inactivity, or maybe there was, you know, not even a resistance, but like just not like enough effort or attention, or just not a progression forward of this connection. Maybe like low effort, bare minimum. In the future, I get a lot of cards in reverse. I get this King of Cups in reverse. I get the Six of Swords in reverse. And I'm getting the Empress in reverse. So I feel like you guys could totally still easily be together, but you guys might have a hard time connecting. Again, maybe you feel like you've already made your choice about your person. Maybe you felt like, you know what, I just can't wait around anymore for this person that's not coming forward for me. I need to give up. I need to move on with my life, and I need to pour out my cup of love. Because in the next 3 months, I get that there's so much potential where you guys could have. Maybe this to me looks almost like the what could have been, or like what could, like what won't be but could have been, because I get the Empress and the King of Cups, and if you guys were upright, you guys would be the most beautiful power couple. You guys could have been like maybe married. Maybe you guys could have really like moved forward with this connection. You guys really could have made it happen. So like with the King of Cups, that's like the ultimate romantic man card. And then with the Empress, that's like the giver of life to the whole entire universe, the most beautiful, gorgeous Empress goddess ever. And when you have like a power couple like this, a power team like this is like beautiful and strong and amazing, but it's in reverse. And that's like so disappointing. And then the Six of Swords is usually the card about like supporting each other and being a team and giving each other guidance and wisdom and helping each other through life, but it's in reverse. Also, the Six of Swords can sometimes mean for readers about moving on. And so with it in reverse, it might be that you guys are having a hard time letting go of each other or a hard time moving on. So that's kind of difficult, especially if you guys have broken up and they're waiting for a second chance, but you're pouring out your love and you're giving up and moving on. And so it seems like you guys have a hard time giving up and moving on with the Six of Swords in reverse. And it seems like with the Empress, with the Venus, and then the King of Cups, so I get Cancer energy, Taurus energy, Leo energy, I get King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, especially for the Divine Masculine. So there is this. Jupiter energy can also be Sagittarius energy. So Knight of Pentacles could be, again, a masculine energy, could also be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. The Queen of Swords could be a feminine energy, could be an air sign, could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. So I'm getting a lot of these zodiac signs here. So I'm getting, yeah, that it's like you guys could totally have been a power couple. You guys could have been married. You guys could have made it work. You guys could have been forever with each other. But it's like you guys weren't able to make it happen. And because of this, you guys have a hard time letting go and moving on. And it seems like maybe you still look at each other. You still might monitor each other. Your person still has hope for a future, but you might have given up hope for a future. And it seems like even in the next 3 months, it might have a hard time with being in alignment. But beyond that, I get the Four of Pentacles. There still seems, even beyond 3 months, it still seems like there's an inability or a difficulty to actually really, really let go. So the Four of Pentacles upright is about holding on. It's about being able to like still cement things together. So Four of Pentacles, it's like wanting to hold on to something valuable, having a very hard time letting go. So if this feels like you, if this feels like your situation with your person, definitely stay tuned. I'm going to channel more for you guys in regards to what they're thinking and feeling for you right now. And if this is not you, you might want to pick pile 2 or pile 1. Or there may still be messages in this for you, so feel free to take them as they resonate. But I will take it as a scenario as I move forward and continue forward for you. So now I'm going to go to this fun Halloween deck. It's an oracle deck called Let's Fall in Love. I'm going to pull 10 cards, and I'm going to see what are they thinking and feeling about you now that you guys are in this spot, in this time. It seems like, again, there's a very strong connection to each other, and I almost feel like they were like a potential for you, like a strong, strong potential, maybe even a potential for marriage. And maybe there was like a strong disappointment on your side, and you had to be really strict with yourself to try to make really, really wise choices. And it's hard if you feel like you have to go against your heart or not follow your heart, or if you're not allowed to follow your heart here. I feel like that's really hard. And I feel like they're still hopeful, or they still want this, at least emotionally. All right, so 10 Let's Fall in Love oracle cards. So what I get for you is pure intentions. So they might have pure intentions for you, or they might see your intentions towards them as very pure. So I get these pure white pumpkins, and usually pumpkins are orange, but it seems like in this case, they're almost seeing you like pure as snow. It seems like that they might see like you have a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul, or they might feel like they only have good, pure intentions with you. I also get too many burdens to carry. They might have really good intentions, but that they were overwhelmed and not able to do it. And that's why they weren't able to show up for you. That's why their Knight of Pentacles was in reverse. Maybe they felt like they were too jogged down or burdened down. There were too many burdens or responsibilities or obligations. They weren't able to. So it's almost like they dropped all the balls in the air. And it's like, while they had very pure intentions for you, they weren't able to maybe make it happen. Then I see I've saved your selfies, hottie hottie. So it seems like they're very sexually attracted to you, obviously, and they've saved all your pictures and they still look at them all the time. So they definitely still look at your photos and they definitely still look at you. Spinning a trap of lies. So they seem like they might not know like how to be able to do what's right. They might lie to themselves. They might look at your picture and tell themselves like something or be in denial about something. Or maybe if they told you that they deleted your pictures, especially if they were spicy pictures, they might have saved them and lied to you and said they deleted them. So it seems like maybe they look at your pictures more than they let you know. Or maybe they're like, oh yeah, I'm over you. I don't think about you anymore, but they're lying. They totally look at your pictures and they're very infatuated. So that's very interesting. Then I get trying to find my way back to you. So I feel like even though they didn't climb that mountain before, I do feel like they are going to try to kind of find a road to move forward with you or to try to come forward. So I get with trying to find my way back to you, they're trying to come forward for you. They're trying to, put down some of their burdens or carry them all and come back to you with it. I feel like that they really are still trying to reunite with you. Revisiting my past. Yes, I feel like they are trying to find their way back to you, especially if you guys have dated before and broken up, especially if you guys are in the past together, especially like I'm getting a cassette tape. That's like the 80s, that's the 90s. So especially if you guys dated when you were much, much younger, or if you guys are born in the 80s or 90s where, cassette tapes are nostalgic, or if they're like a hipster and they love vintage stuff. So there is that, but it also is like a cassette tape of internal thoughts that play over and over for them. So it seems like they also might be reflecting on their past actions with you and trying to analyze what did they do wrong? What did they do? What happened here? But I get creating illusions. It seems like while they're trying to delve into the past, they keep denying things, or they keep lying to themselves, or they keep creating illusions, or maybe you've left them because, or you can't pursue your heart with them because they were lying to you, or because they created illusions, or maybe they were, love bombing you or something. So it seems like maybe you feel like you can't trust them now, but it seems like, with creating illusions and spinning a trap of lies, it seems like maybe they just weren't able to dig themselves out of a hole if they started lying and then they started covering up that lie with more lies. And then all of a sudden they were like burdened with like a million apples of lies and they weren't able to like get out of it. And they were like, oh my gosh, now I'm being crushed with a mountain of lies. And it was almost kind of like they didn't know how to like confess, or they didn't know how to get out of it, that kind of thing. So it seems like that they were creating illusions for themselves as well. Creating illusions, charming you off your feet. I feel like they don't know how to be vulnerable. They only know how to be charming. I also feel like they don't know how to come forward and repair things and maybe be super authentic and be maybe honest about things. Maybe they think that they can just get away with it and maybe charm their way back into your life. Maybe they're trying to come up with a scheme or think about like the perfect timing or the perfect words to say that you would melt for them. Maybe they're trying to just charm you off your feet to get attracted to them and act on it. So it seems maybe like they're not really being super vulnerable and communicating with you what you need to hear, especially if you're the Queen of Swords and you're like, just be direct with me. Just talk to me. And maybe they're all like, well, I just need to create some, romantic fairy tale evening and maybe that will work. It's almost kind of like you guys might be looking for different things or looking for a different way of repairing this connection. And they might be like, well, I thought I did something romantic and they weren't interested. And you might be like, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for this other thing. I need to spend some time on my own. So your person also might be taking some time on their own, but feeling like maybe in the future they can still reconnect with you or come back. So maybe they've had to take some time to isolate or be on their own. And then I want to spend a romantic evening with you. So also maybe they're like, I need to spend some alone time in my life, put down some burdens and obligations so that I can charm you off your feet in a romantic evening. So maybe they're like, I just need to find a way to clear my schedule. I just need to find a way to be able to like make time and space and energy to like come back in. And maybe they're like, I just want to charm you off your feet on a romantic evening. I just want to have like a romantic sexy night with you. And you might be like, well, I wanted a future. Why do I want one evening? That kind of thing. So there is this situation. So they also might be like, I want a romantic evening with you, but I want to be on my own and not be in a relationship. And that also could be where you guys are not meeting in the middle either. But I also feel like that's why there's a difference. That's why they're trying to think about what are your needs and their needs, that they can meet both. Because I feel like that they really would like to try, and they might try to come up with creative solutions. They would prefer your input, I think. I really do feel like they would actually love your input and your guidance about what would make you happy or what you are actually looking for. But for whatever reason, I feel like they're not asking you though, and they're not maybe asking the right questions, or they might not like, maybe they don't know that they need to ask those questions. So I feel like they're maybe, again, barking up the wrong tree. So there's that. Okay, now I'm going to go to a Halloween deck by Sony Graves, which is amazing. I love this deck. I love Halloween time during these themed readings because now I get to pull out all sorts of other cool kind of like themed, you know, spooky stuff or cutesy like Halloween decks and stuff that I am not normally able to do during the rest of the year, because I try not to bring out Halloween stuff during like the spring or like Christmas stuff during the summer. So it's always kind of fun to like break out all the fun Halloween stuff. So it's very fun and cool. Alrighty. So I have these 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So then let me break this up. All right, so we got this. We got these 4 here. I'll do 8. Okay, I'll do 8. Do 8. Okay. Yes. Alrighty. So with these, I get the moon. Okay. So it's 2 wolves or 2 coyotes howling at the moon. There's a spider coming down from the moon and a spider's web. So again, it reminds me of that card that said spinning a trap of lies. It reminds me of feeling like they want to create an illusion that they don't know how to do like what's right. They don't know how to communicate directly or clearly. Your person might be an evasive person. Your person might just be like a fantasy-based person, like a Pisces. No offense to Pisces out there. They might just be like wanting to be caught up in like the romantic like fantasy, but maybe not the reality. Like with that Knight of Pentacles in reverse, that's almost kind of like not being practical about things. They might have been too whimsical or too kind of like fantasy based with it. Maybe they just talked out of their mouth when they were feeling like in the throes of passion, but they weren't able to like make things concrete and real with you. So maybe they just like spouted off their words when they were feeling it, but they weren't actually like building a life. So kind of like that. So I feel like they also might just be kind of a little bit confused right now or emotionally flooded. I get, oh my gosh, I love this card. It's so cute. So I got the 10 of Cups. And I want to say that this teapot is also a cup. That would make 10 here. And even though there's not a number 10 on the card, I want to say this is the 10 of Cups because it looks like a party. It looks happy. I feel like your person, and it's so funny even not even knowing like this is like the 9 or the 10 or the, you know, the 8 or whatever, almost kind of like your person doesn't know how to show up. They don't know how to like show up as their real self. They maybe don't know how to show up as them. Maybe they feel like they always have to kind of play a role or put on a mask. It's like you don't know which one you're going to get. You don't know if they're going to show up as like an 8 or a 9 or a 10 or whatever. But I do feel like that they feel for you that you guys, you make them feel so happy. You make them feel like the ultimate happiness, but also because you make them feel the ultimate happiness, you make them also feel very confused. So I feel like if they didn't feel such joy and elation and happiness with you, that it probably would make their life more clear cut. I wouldn't say easier, but maybe more like clear cut. And maybe they would know what choices to make more. But because you feel like so euphoric for them, I feel like they don't quite know what to do. Here's the Six of Swords. We got with the Six of Swords how it was in reverse before, but now I'm getting that it's upright. So again, I feel like their intentions though, what they want emotionally is they do want to be able to support you. They do want to be able to give to you. They want to be able to be emotionally there for you. They want to give you wisdom and guidance and help support you. So there definitely is that. But it's interesting how this is like a dark room. And it's like a staircase leading from the sunshine here up into the nighttime. Almost like leading from the light into the darkness. Almost kind of feeling like maybe they feel, or maybe they are, like a path where you would stray off. Maybe they feel like you represent an alternative path. Or maybe they're like, I can do what I want in the day and then I can do pile 3 at night. Or maybe they're like, if they have like, different lives or different paths or different things they want to do, that kind of thing. If they're in a relationship, maybe they're like, I'll be in a relationship in the daytime, in the light, in the public, but then in the shadows at nighttime, I can be with pile 3. So maybe they're thinking about that. Maybe they're thinking of like veering off their path with you. Maybe they thought that this path was joyful, but now actually there's like an intriguing, mysterious new path with you, and they're thinking about going over there. So it's interesting kind of like this other interpretation of the Six of Swords card than traditional tarot does. And then I get Page of Cups. Okay, so this is so much romantic love. But again, all the cards that I'm getting for you from your person are kind of like fantasy love or like fairy tale love or like storybook love. Kind of like, like a fantasy. Almost like they have a fantasy of you. They have an idealized version of you. They have like a dreamy kind of like fake, not real life version of you. It's almost kind of like a Neptunian thing or a Piscean thing. It's almost kind of like they would love to have this like extra fairy tale, sexy, passionate, romantic thing with you on the side where they feel all the feelings, but maybe not any of the responsibility or the real life day-to-day stuff. So it's all kind of like feelings and ethereal feelings, but not like real stuff. And maybe that's where your Queen of Swords is like, why aren't you real? Can't you show up for me real? Then I get Five of Swords because they still have a little bit of maybe a selfish streak to them. So the Five of Swords is, which we saw that they're trying with it in reverse, they're trying to not be selfish, but they might still have a lot of selfishness there. Or they might have moments where there are times where they're like, I don't want to be selfish, I want both of our needs to be met. And then there are other moments and other times where they're like, oh my gosh, but I just want what I want. So in therapy, there's always a difference between tempering what we want with what we feel is right and being able to use our personality to kind of pick between both. So like the id versus the super ego, that kind of thing. All right, I get the Knight of Cups, Caballero de Cups. And again, I'm not like Spanish, so I don't know actually how to pronounce some of these Spanish words. And I apologize in advance for butchering it. But what's interesting is I get this knight and I get this princess together. So I get the page and the caballero together. But like, check this out though. This is, in their mind, what they're feeling and thinking about you right now. It's so funny. The knight is stuck. It's like, I can't bring him up. He's stuck. I wonder, that's like so very symbolic. All right, hold on. We're going to go like, we're going to come up with a solution. We're going to work around. We're going to find a loophole. We're going to find a workaround. Okay, so that's symbolic too. Then I get, all right, so look at this together. You guys show up together and upright. I get the page and the knight together. So I feel like in their hearts, they do feel that like you guys can be together, or you guys emotionally go together, or you guys bond together, that kind of thing. But the selfishness card is above them. And then the card about maybe being in the shadows or finding a different path or having it be mysterious or support is above you. So that's very, very interesting, where it's kind of like they might still be in a selfish energy, even though the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups or Princess of Cups are both like two very fantasy romance characters together. Like almost like they look at you guys as like characters from a romance novel or characters from like a rom-com movie, something like that. And then I get 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm getting 4 of Swords. So then I feel like after all of this romantic fervor, then it's like they go to bed. Then it's like they go to sleep. So I get the 4 of Swords as like rest, sleeping, inactivity. So they have all the feelings, but they don't take the action. So this is a card of non-action. So they have all the thoughts, all the feelings, all the like romantic fantasy stuff, but then they're in their inability to take action, which is so interesting. So let's see, and it might be because these swords are pointing here, there, and everywhere, almost like that Alice in Wonderland picture, which is like this way, that way, being confused, don't know which path to take, don't know which way to go, you know, that kind of thing. Interesting how with this card, with their selfishness, with the swords, this selfishness though is like impaling them. It's like stabbing them. It's like pinning them down like a moth or a butterfly to like a board, right? So it's kind of like their selfishness is maybe hurting them, or maybe keeping them trapped in a way. And then I get the Star in reverse. And then there's no action, no activity. And then there's like the loss of hope, or feeling hopeless about this, or feeling like you guys can't be together, or something like that. So the Star is in reverse. So maybe they feel like, or maybe they're noticing like if you're not taking action, they might be feeling discouraged, or they might think that you're not having hope and giving up because they're not taking action. So it's very interesting here in regards to this, you know, spread. So there is that. Even though the Star is like shining beautiful and brightly as a jack-o'-lantern over this like beautiful, like lush autumn, like outdoors scene. So it's almost kind of like maybe they can't see the light, or maybe it's like they can't see the guiding star, that kind of thing. They don't know how to follow it or something. Maybe they don't know how to be in the light. All right. So now I'm going to go to your final message before we talk about what we're going to focus on in the extended. All right, so I have these different cards. I have Mixed Emotions and Ocean of Emotion. So for your final message, for this part of the video, I'm going to pull 2 emotion cards and 3 piles. Then I'm going to pull 3 Ocean of Emotion cards. And I'm going to put them on the 3 piles. And then I'm going to symbolize them with some crystals. This is how they're feeling about you and what emotions come up in them when they think about you, which we did see that your person is feeling a lot of like dreamy, fantasy-based feelings with not so much action. But to symbolize the first pile, I'm going to pick and use this beautiful blue obsidian. For the second, here we go, we'll put it up like that so you can see it. For the second pile, I'm going to pull a very beautiful titanium quartz. And for the third pile, I'm going to pull, actually I'm going to switch them around. Actually, I'm going to change it up. For the second pile, I'm going to use this beautiful pink quartz. And for the third pile, I'm going to use this titanium quartz. And the reason why I switched them is because I like that your house, your ghost house, is like pink and black, with a little bit of like white glittery action. And so I'm picking like dark and pink, like crystals, like the black and everything pretty. Okay, so anyways, feel free to pick your pile. You can pause the video if you need more time to decide which pile or piles are yours. Feel free to pick whichever one or ones resonate with you, pile 1, 2, and or 3, and pause the video if you need more time and unpause the video whenever you're ready. Okay guys, well first of all, before I get to your final message, I just want to run down a couple of thank yous because you guys have been awesome. So thank you so much for your likes, comments, shares of this video, spreading the word, telling your friends, sharing on social media. That all helps me to build the channel. Thank you for watching my ads for 30 seconds while they are silent in the background and you do something else so you are not bothered. So you guys can press skip afterwards and come back to the video. That also helps me out very much. Thank you, and thank you for your donations that you guys have been sending money in as thank you for the readings to my PayPal, Venmo, and Super Thanks. So thank you guys so much. That really helps the channel, helps me get these cute houses. It helps me get card decks and crystals and all sorts of things. So thank you guys so much for that. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, welcome to the channel. I invite you guys to subscribe. It is going to be a very fun Halloween series here. And when you subscribe, hit the notification bell and select all so you get updates of whenever I release all new videos. But these Halloween ones will be released every Friday. If you guys want a private reading from me, feel free to go to the description box. My website is fairyastrology.com and I offer readings in 15-minute intervals. for you guys to channel on your love life using tarot, astrology, and oracle to answer any love question you have over the phone or a video call, Zoom, FaceTime, WhatsApp, Skype, all of that. So if you need my help, let me know and I'm here for you. Okay, so for you guys who have picked this blue obsidian, your person emotionally feels for you today excited. Yeah, because they're a little bit in fantasy, but frustrated, rage, and beauty. Okay, so your person is excited. They're also frustrated. I get rage. They're very angry and frustrated and probably stressed because you are so beautiful and gorgeous, and if they feel like they can't have you, or if they have external situations blocking them or holding them down, they do not like this at all. So yes, so they're very excited, but they're frustrated, and they feel angry if they can't have you because you're so beautiful. And they might feel, especially if like you're the one saying no or setting boundaries or turning them down, they might not like that at all. So they are feeling very turned on by you and also very stressed. If you guys have picked this pink quartz, your person, I get guilty, depressed, worried, and wild. Okay, if your person has been a little too wild, your person might be feeling very guilty and very depressed about this and very worried. So I feel like your person might be feeling a little like remorse, a little worried. They might be like, uh-oh, maybe I messed up. Maybe I was a little too crazy. Maybe I was a little too hedonist. Maybe I was a little too self-indulgent. And now maybe it backfired on me. And now I am depressed. I can't have pile 3. For those of you who have picked this titanium quartz, your person, I get angry, unsure, bored, and distance. So they're very aware that you are at a distance. I actually feel like you've been the one that's been removing yourself from your person here. And I get that they are still unsure of what to do in their life, which path to take, which direction to go in. Pursue you, go somewhere else. Do you want them? Do you not want them? They might be frustrated or angry with this. They might be angry if they can't get what they want. They might feel angry if you have been turning them down. They might be turning hurt or anxiety into anger or frustration. Again, I'm getting both of these kind of piles are focusing a little bit more on like frustrated energy. I feel like they are bored with their life and that you bring out some like fun energy, some excitement energy, and you spice it up. So without you there, they are bored and they don't like that. But they're not sure, should they pursue you for real, or should you stay a fantasy? Okay, guys, so what I'm going to be focusing on in the extended for you guys is I'm going to be, okay, 2 cards. I'm going to be focusing on their late night thoughts. What have they thought about you late last night? I'm going to be focusing on chocolate candy kisses, sugar rush of love, using the Hermit Tarot Oracle, also getting more understanding into their mysterious heart and more messages about how they're thinking and feeling for you, and using messages from Divine Masculine. So your person feels all of these things for you, and I'm going to be layering them with Let's Fall in Love Oracle. So your person is thinking over decisions. Okay, so your person's really trying to make a decision about this, and maybe a decision about this once and for all, but it's stressing them out. And so thinking about this decision has been very stressful. So they have to absolutely make choices, and responsibility is not fun, and they like fun. So they don't like having to make a decision. They might be a little Peter Pan sometimes in their decisions. Maybe they want to just have what they want with no consequences, and they don't like if it has real like repercussions. Also, I'm lost without you. And so because they are lost without you, yeah, that's funny. Sorry, I peeked at the next one. Because they are lost without you, that is what is also a catalyst to have them make some decisions now. They feel so lost without you that now they feel like they can't continue along the same path that they have done. And again, they feel so many, this is the card I was laughing at, so many fluffy feelings for you. So they feel so many fluffy feelings. Oh my gosh, so much like Piscean fantasy feelings. But because they feel so many fluffy feelings, it's making them think, all right, I might need to make a decision about pile 3 once and for all. Also, they need more balance. So there is this. Okay. So they need more balance. And so that's what's also a decision they have to make. So they need to make a decision about how do they balance their life so that they reduce some of their heavy burdens and responsibilities so that maybe they can see you more, or they can maybe actually show up for you in a real way. And yes, forgive me for being selfish and only looking after my own needs. Exactly. So again, they still have that little selfish streak where they basically want to have everything, and they may be a little greedy or a little selfish right now. So they feel like they were just looking after their own needs, but really not really after yours. And so maybe that's an area where they're wanting to like compromise or compensate now. And they also might think that you have been staying away from them, or that you have been maybe setting boundaries or trying to not give in to your heart out of revenge. So if they have treated you badly, they might also feel like they are needing to, that maybe they're needing to make some decisions if they're feeling like they are being punished right now. So I feel like they're thinking, well, maybe pile 3 is punishing me for not showing up, or punishing me for not really being there for them. So I feel like they also might be thinking that what you're doing is revenge, even if they're not aware that maybe what you're doing is healthy boundaries or wisdom or using discernment. So there is that. Okay, guys. So these are the decks I will be using for you in the extended. These messages apply to you guys, as well as I'm going to go deeper into these thoughts and layer them more with Let's Fall in Love Oracle. So if you guys are joining me in the extended, feel free to go to the description box now. You are pile 3. You guys are the pink and black ghost house, and I will see you guys in the extended reading. If you guys are not meeting me there, no worries. I will see you guys next time in video 2 of my Halloween series, in another video, in my archives, in a private reading, or in the comments. I'll see you later. Bye.